Worldwide parent coach and conscious educator Sue DeCaro is on a mission to revitalize the joy in parenting. Welcome to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids, a podcast designed to help parents all over the world create deeper connections with themselves and their children while overcoming life's daily parenting challenges. Listen in if you want to bring more laughter, love, and enjoyment to your home life.
Welcome to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids, a place for all things parenting. I am your host, Sue DeCaro. In business and in life, when you are open to manifest the opportunities that you would like to see come your way, it is amazing how things show up. As they do, it also gives you a chance to learn about yourself and to grow with new opportunities and new experiences that it provides. Have you ever been incredibly excited for an experience, yet despite this feeling, you have a sense of fear or anxiety that you just cannot explain? I sure have, and I have a secret. You can explain it. So to share my story with you, not too long ago, I was an invited guest for my first spot on a local TV show called Fox 29, Good Day Philadelphia. It's my first experience and my first appearance on this show, now having been there 3 times. But you can imagine my excitement to be able to share my message on TV with a local station for the first time. In conversations with the producer, we created an incredible segment that we were both super excited to share with the viewers. In the planning, we decided that this segment would offer clips showing various techniques that have been utilized in parenting practices over the many years. I was pretty excited to discuss the differences between these old-fashioned methods shown in these clips and my passion today, which is conscious parenting. In the days prior to the appearance, a few of my friends asked me how I was feeling. I had to think about that. I knew that I had some nerves that had shown up within, but hadn't had a chance to really, truly unpack them. So I really had no idea how I was feeling. When people continued to ask about the appearance, I thought it was time to really check in with myself and find out what exactly these nerves or uncomfortable feelings were. This is where the work that I help others to do, unpack what is showing up, is crucial for me as well. And I know it's important that I practice what I preach every day in my life. So knowing all of this, I decided it was time to take some time to sit with my thoughts and unpack why I was feeling this way. If I could explain this feeling of nervousness to myself, I'd be able to attack the problem and make it a non-issue, perhaps. So I first thought maybe I was afraid of speaking in public. Although I do this all the time, I used to hate speaking in public as a child. So perhaps these feelings were coming back from my family of origin, because when I was a child, I was actually forced, in my opinion, to speak in front of family get-togethers, big celebrations. All of us children were involved in speaking in one way or another at these celebrations, and it used to make me feel anxious and extremely uncomfortable and led me to dislike speaking in front of others. So as I was pondering and thinking about my childhood and the force of speaking, I started to think more deeply about it, and I began to realize that it really was not the speaking in front of people, the public speaking, at all that bothered me or made me feel the discomfort that I was feeling inside. Instead, it was the insistence that this be done that created the issue when I was a child. I did not like to be told that this was mandatory. So in the situation with the TV station, it wasn't mandatory at all. It was a beautiful choice that I not only had made, but pursued and really wanted for myself. So I continued to reflect and sit with myself, unpacking my feelings about this TV appearance. I began to realize that I was extremely comfortable and excited about this opportunity. And as I thought about this, what became clear was that this country girl, who rarely ever drove into the city alone, was venturing out by herself in the early morning hours to make her first TV appearance on this station. My mind was filled as I sat there with what ifs. Have you ever thought about the what ifs? What if I could not find the studio? What if I got lost? What if I drank too much coffee and had to stop for the bathroom? Where would I possibly stop on my way to the city? All of these questions were the real fears that I was experiencing inside of me. They were manifesting themselves in such a way that I thought it was actually about the TV appearance itself. So as I sat there, the next step in this fear unpacking process was to bring attention to how one can move through the fear. We cannot just sweep it under the carpet and pretend it doesn't exist, because it was there. It was there creating all sorts of havoc. So I sat with my fear, talked with my fear, and answered my fear in the following way. Here are some of the answers that I came up with to the what ifs. So the what if I was late, right? That was the first one. What if I could not find the studio? What if I wasn't late? Imagine. What if you really left early, super early, to arrive early so you didn't have to worry about being late? What if you do not drink much coffee that morning? What if you actually find your way with ease? Imagine. What if? What if you look at the map clearly and see visually where it is you are going, not just depend on the GPS? As I sat, I reminded myself that I live in the present moment. When we focus on what if, we take ourselves into the future. If we look at how we can prepare for our own journey, fear and all, in a way that we feel most comfortable, we're truly giving ourselves a gift. We become more relaxed, we see clearer, and we are more open to new experiences. Every what if has an opposite, right? So after having this brilliant conversation with my fears and what ifs, I decided to give myself 75 minutes to drive to the location. This was around a 45-minute drive at the hour I was leaving. Leaving at 6 a.m. was before rush hour begins, so I would not have to contend with the heavy traffic. And I would just drink a little bit of coffee and be on my way. So the drive went great. I arrived without any difficulty at all. None of my what ifs came true because I had addressed them all and answered them and was living in the present moment. When I pulled up to the front of the studio, I was amazed at how easy it was to find. We can create an enormous story with our own fear. These stories and these what ifs can take us down an incredible rabbit hole and sometimes even lead us to the wrong conclusion. It was not the TV appearance or the speaking that made me nervous at all. There was something else, because the TV appearance and the speaking engagement was something I truly wanted. It was something I was truly excited for. It really was simply the drive into the city in the morning by myself that felt super out of my comfort zone. It is not out of my comfort zone anymore. It is truly within my capabilities. What have you tackled with your own self-talk and unpacking lately? Are there what ifs that you need to sit and address for yourself so you can live firmly connected to the present moment and not the future? If there is anything at all that I can do to help you unpack these what ifs, these fears, or live outside of your comfort zone, please feel free to reach out to me or visit my website. My website is www.decaroparentcoaching.com. Thank you for joining me. Remember, every moment is a new moment for conscious connections.
Thanks for listening to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids. If you like what you heard, the best compliment you can give us is to share this podcast with a friend. And be sure to give us some stars and a favorable review at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen in.